Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Chelsea, and if you're new around here and would like to do beauty content on this channel, if that's something that you like, then please hit subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, then please click on the little bell and you'll be notified of every time they upload. So in today's video, I'm actually going to sit down and do a full face of p.louise. Pretty much got everything to do a full face with. The stuff for lips, I've got the new Bestie Balm foundation things, I've got that. I've got powder, obviously eye stuff, lip stuff, cheek stuff, cream cheek stuff. Yeah, the only thing that I haven't got, and that's because p.louise doesn't have one yet, is a concealer. But in her place, I've got the new, well, it's not new actually, but it's just new packaging. I've got the Fine Cosmetics concealer, which actually is her brother's brand, and they work in the same building. So it's close enough. If you watch my videos, then you know that I own a lot of p.louise products. So if you want to see a full face of p.louise, then please stay tuned. I've got loads of products here that I've not used before, that I've not tried. Hello. That I've not tried, that have been sat in my collection for a while, that I want to start using. So the first one being, because we need some nourishment on this lips, is this Dreamy and Creamy set. So inside this set, it is the Milk and Cookies. I don't like the Milk and Cookies set, but this is the one that came in the advent calendar. And it's a silky serum lip serum and then a moisturising lip balm. So inside you get two products, like I just said. So this one will be the, and it's just like a very, I don't know if you can really see that in camera. See that little love heart in the middle? Well, it does smell like cookies rather than milk, which is what I prefer. So that's the lip serum, I believe. And then the moisturising lip butter, I believe would be this. Oh no, this is the lip serum and that's the moisturising lip butter. But yeah, I've not tried this formula yet. So let's try it now, shall we? It feels empty inside. Oh, it's very, very liquidy. A lot of that's come out. It's very, very thin. That's so thin compared to the normal. I feel like that's just wiped off. Wait there. It tastes like, I know you shouldn't be tasting it, but I am going to taste it. It tastes like I've just drunk a milkshake. So I'm going to use this Brow Defined Gel, which was the like reformulated packaging, like the new packaging for it. Well, I say new, this is a couple of years old I think. But yeah, I've not used it in ages. But this spoolie is literally tiny, as you can see, tiny. So I'm liking the thin brows at the moment, so can't remember my thoughts on this if I'm being honest. Oh, it has definitely darkened them, isn't it? Oh, I don't know if I like that. I think that's too dark for me now, if I'm being honest. I like quite natural brows, so I'm just going to realise I don't actually like that gel because it's too pigmented, if that makes sense. So as always, we know that I love this product. So this is the p.louise base shade 3. Just pop a bit on the back of my hand. I'm just using, this is just a blank canvas cosmetics F17 brush. So I'm just gonna go around the brow just to carve it out a bit. I'm just slathering it all on, which looks very messy right now, but I want a full coverage base. And I'm just packing that in, well, patting it in, shall I say. And now I'll just get a dense brush, so this is just a spectrum brush, and I'm just going to pat it in using that as well. And the patted motion will trap air, which will set the base. And it'll be tacky enough to then make your eyeshadows grip. But the p.louise base is the best base, in my opinion. The palette of choice, because I have so many p.louise palettes, I've got a whole compartment in my makeup wardrobe dedicated to p.louise palettes, because I'd literally have so many, and at one point I was like really collecting them. But I have slowed down now. However, I have brought this palette quite recently, which will be up in my next haul because I brought a few bits from p.louise. And it is the Chapter 2. So Chapter 2, a brand new chapter palette for eye and face. Now this, I got it for a really good deal. It's really good value for money because you got your eyeshadows here, because I wanted to go for like peachy spring colour vibes today. But then also you've got a row of blushes. You've got a page, I say, a page of bronzers, which we'll use the bronzers as well, and then a page of highlighters. So yeah, it's literally all of that all in one. It's quite a bulky palette, but you've technically got 4 palettes in one, so you can't really complain. And yeah, I've got it in this like really big deal on TikTok Shop. So I'm gonna go ahead, do this off camera quick so I know what I'm gonna do, and then I'll film this eye. So I will be right. This is a trust the process because I'm not liking the way this looks at the moment. I think halos, spotlight eyes, whatever, don't really suit me, combined with I'm not that very good at them. But I want to do something slightly different. So I feel like when I've got lashes on and the rest of my face, this hopefully will look okay. If not, then it is what it is. Obviously going in with the Chapter 2 palette, and I'm just taking a p.louise E11 brush, like a fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this peachy shade here, the next step, and I'm just going to run this all into my crease, first of all. Okay, and then I'm going to go into using a p.louise 264 brush, like a little bullet brush. I'm going to go into a combination of Come Back and Achieve It All, so these two dark shades here. And I'm just going to pop this here and here. And then with the p.louise E9 brush, so like another, just slightly, maybe a little bit bigger bullet brush, I'm going to go into this Ready Toned Peach, Water Yourself. And I'm just dabbing that over the top, but slightly on the outer edge as well. So I'm just going to go back and forth with those two shades for the time being. And then I'm going to go into, what shade did I go into? Oh, Content. So this orangey shade here. And I'm just using a p.louise 198 brush. I always use p.louise eyeshadow brushes. And I'm just using that to blend out the Ready Tone shade into like the peach. I definitely need to do like some more makeup training because I feel like after taking like basically I took like a year off, didn't I? I just wasn't really picking up my makeup brushes other than just my normal makeup. I wasn't really getting creative. I haven't done creative makeup in such a long time. I just feel like I've lost my touch. So I'm just going to go back into the dark. So I'm just going to go back and forth with those 4 shades now, just until I'm happy with it. Which is called the ladder technique. That's something I do remember from the p.louise course. If I had the money, I'd do that course again because I feel like I just wasted it a bit. Okay, so p.louise do some of the best shimmer shades. They're always so pigmented. So we've got here Grow to Glow, which looks absolutely beautiful. And that's like barely touching it, but look how reflective that looks. And then we've got Chapter 2, which is a little bit light, well, it's a lot lighter, not as shimmery as Grow to Glow. But I'm going to stick Grow to Glow first. Oh, a bit too far up. And then the Chapter 2 in the middle. And then I'm just taking a little bit of Time for a Change, so this really light shade, or the lightest shade in the palette. Just run that very over the very top, like that. And then I'm just going to spray this brush. So this is just a flat brush, an E2 brush, and then I'm going to go into the darkest shade, which is that Achieve It All down here, and I'm just going to use that as like a little bit of a liner. I always do this. This eye always goes better than this eye. Oh well. And then whatever goes up must come down. So I'm just using the darkest shade first on the inner portion bits. And then I'm going to go in with that red shade. And I'll use a bit of that. Chapter 2. And then sweep a bit of the transition shade underneath. Okay, so there's the eyeshadow. So yeah, this is going to be a trust process, I'm telling you. So I have actually got the off the record water activated liner palette, which I've never used before. I've got 2 of these actually. One's like a nudie one, which is this one, and then the other is like a pink and purple toned one. So this is what the nudie one looks like. So I've never used this before. I just want to, I think I'm only really going to use it to waterline. So I'm just going to use that same brush. Does it work if you use setting spray? What shade do I want? I think I want peachy shade. Yeah, I think I'm going to go in with this shade. I'm going to see what this looks like. What do? Just spray it? I should clean my brush first. So I've got a smaller brush, and I don't know if I'm being lazy, but I've just dipped it in micellar water. Yeah, that's better. Oh, it's quite creamy actually. And I'm just gonna line, because I feel like a spotlight halo eye really closes my eyes, whereas this, just using a light colour in the waterline will open them up a bit. Okay, so that's that. I look minging right now because I've got no lashes on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and use a bit of the mascara. So I got this Frozen Fix one, which I don't remember when I got this one. I think I might have got it in a budget box. And I've used this a couple of times. But I've got a few of the mascaras that I've just accumulated from either the budget boxes or the advent calendar. Not a bad mascara, to be fair. I've got like really bad lashes, so, but yeah, it seems to be gripping. Well, it feels like I'm not used mascara in ages because I always have individuals on. Okay, so that was actually quite an alright mascara, but once that dries, then I'm just going to use these lashes below the lash. I don't know if they still have them because these are really old. I will try and link something similar if they haven't got them. And I just need some glue. As far as I'm aware, p.louise doesn't have her own lash glue, I don't think, but I could be wrong. So these are Born Like These false eyelashes. Yeah, I've had them for ages. So I'm going to go ahead now and prime my face whilst that glue is drying. So I'm just going to use these, what is it called? Play It Cool Cooling Primer. Infused with hyaluronic acid, provides a refreshing, cool sensation. I did have a gripping primer, I just don't know where it's gone. Oh, oh. Right, that's actually like little droplets. It actually looks like jelly and feels like jelly. Ooh, like actual jelly balls keeps falling. Put it in my mouth. Keeps falling off. I might have put a bit too much on, but that's blended out nicely and it does feel quite moisturising. It doesn't feel cooling or anything like that. And it does feel quite tacky, which is good. That's what we want. This is what I'm excited about. I'm excited about this Bestie Balm. So I got this in shade 7. Now, I'm looking quite pale at the moment, and I feel like I may need to tan my neck quick. So I'm just going to take my Peaches skin tint thing just on a brush quick, because obviously we want necks to match. So yeah, we've got the Bestie Balm. And this is in shade 7. So it says it's a tinted beauty balm with light buildable coverage, sensitive and gentle to the skin. So I think she did actually make this for like kids. But I've seen a lot of people rave about it and I really want to try it. So I'm just going to take my Peaches PC08 brush to, yeah, I'm glad I could tan my neck now. Oh, it's thicker than what I thought. That'd be really nice for summer. Shade match, that's until I get a tan. Go on a holiday in a few weeks, so hopefully we'll come back a bronzed queen. That's blended out really, really nicely. I actually really like that. At first it felt quite thick, but after blending it in, it feels very, very lightweight on the skin. I can't really feel it on the skin. It's like evened out my skin tone. It's making me look quite tanned, obviously because of the shade. That's why I like to get like a slightly darker shade, because I know that I will tan in the summer, and that's the sort of product that I would like to wear in the summer. I'm just going to pop these lashes on now. There we go, so lashes are on. Am I feeling this look yet? Just not really me, but you know, it is what it is. I feel like I need to blend this eye in a little bit more. Face is blended, lashes are on. So I'm going to go in with cream bronzer now. So I'm actually really excited for this. So this is the Spoilt for Choice cream bronzer palette. Now, I don't know if you can buy this actually as a palette. I got this in the advent calendar, but you can buy the singles, and I haven't got any of the singles, so I was chuffed that I got the palette. This is what it looks like. So this is the products that came in like the cookie oven PR package, and they actually smell like the milk and cookies. So yeah, so I think I'm going to go in with, probably, I might try maple. Oh, that's quite, or should I try this one? I think that would be too light. Yeah, I'm going to use Maple Moment. They seem really, really creamy as well, which is nice. I do like a creamy bronzer. So to use this, I'm just going to use my normal Peaches PC21 brush, and I'm just dipping it straight into the palette. And this is the first cream bronzer I've ever tried from... No, actually, I've had the cream bronzer before when they came out. Well, the cheek of it bronzers, I've had that one, but apparently these ones are meant to be better. That has blended effortlessly, to be fair. It's a nice shade that is as well for this shade Bestie Balm. Okay, now to do my nose, just going to take a flat brush like this. Let's see what it's like for my nose. My nose does look a bit orange. But once I've got my concealer on, it'll be fine. So yeah, I quite like that palette, to be honest. Well, that shade anyway, the cream bronzer. Very, very creamy, I must say that. So I have got a few different cream blushes. So I've got the standard, the cheek of it cream blush, and this is in the shade that I've not used before, so Marmalade Melt, because it's quite like an orange tone shade. I've also got some liquid highlighters, which I'll use afterwards. But I've also got this palette, so this is all over the place, and it contains 2 bronzer powder, 2 highlighter powder, 2 powder blush, and 2 cream blush. So I don't know what, if I can get into it, that is. So, and that's a really nice cream blush. So I don't know if to use that one or this one. So that's that. Oh, that one looks quite nice actually. Or do I use this Marmalade, which is a nice peachy shade as well? I might try this one, just see how we get on, because it's quite light. Could use a mixture actually. Let's do an ombre blush, yeah. So I have got this, I'll put that there, and then I'm just going to go in the Made by Mitchell brush, and I'm just going to use that darker shade in the palette towards the back. That's quite nice actually, yeah. So I'm going to do that again on this side. But start with the darker shade up here. God, I've not used the cheek of it. Blushes in ages. I'm going to have to put it into my next makeup rotation and start getting some use out of them. So I've got so many of them. Some of them I'm not even opened yet. I'm just going to pop a little bit on my nose. We're looking very sun-kissed right now. As I said before, p.louise doesn't actually do a concealer. Not yet anyway. So I'm just going to use the Fine Cosmetics concealer. I brought a new one the other day when I did my Fine haul. And I got shade 15. So I have used a concealer before, but it was in the old packaging. Now they've done the new packaging, but I've not used that concealer in a long time. So I'm just, oh, that's very light. It is very, very light. So I'm just going to use a p.louise F4 brush to blend that in. The reason why I've got a new one of these concealers is so I can get a darker shade. That's blended out, it's quite light, a little bit light. Let me just pop a little bit here as well, just to balance it out a bit. I am going to use a sponge, I think. This bit. Oh no, I've got it on the eyeshadow. This is why I hate doing our eyes first. Oh, we can always touch it up, to be fair. If I remember rightly, I did used to really love this concealer, and to be fair, that has blended quite easily. And I'm just going to tap back over the blush. That looks cute. Don't know why I went all over my face with the blush brush. Okay, so now I've got the p.louise powder, and I've got the shade Macaroon, so this is the pressed powder. I've used this a few times. I don't know. I just don't know my thoughts on it properly. I don't know, I feel like I need to give it a really good try this time. So I've actually got a p.louise powder puff, and I'm just going to coat my thing. Rebecca Ella, I think her name, Rebecca Ella? She loves this and really raves it. So this is why I want to like it, because she's a really good makeup artist. So I'm just going to press that. Oh. Shoot. That's really, really too light. Fantastic. I forgot how light it was. Well, I've got to do the other side now to match. Okay. We can save this, it's fine. Yeah, there we go. A lot of it's blended out. Ugh, I'm looking like a hot mess right now. So I'm just going to use my number 7 powder just to save the rest of my face because it's translucent. Wow, I forgot how light that powder was. Well, I've not used it for quite a while. It's fine, we can save this. But my eye's looking very bright right now. But I feel like because I've got a lot of powder on, let's use a bit of p.louise spray. So this is the Let's Cool It Off setting spray. It goes with that primer that I used. It's a hydrating spray. Just need to run back under my eyes that peachy shade. I feel like I lost that a bit with all that powder. Okay, the eyes actually look alright now. They look alright. So powder bronzer, I'm just going to go back into the chapter 2 palettes and use the bronzer page. So quite a different range of bronzers there, which is good. So I'm going to go in with, might go in with this shade here, just with my p.louise 638 brush. This brush, it's been years. And I do like p.louise bronzer. I've not tried the compact bronzers that she's had before. I've just had bronzers out of the palettes. They've always been really good. And that's definitely just brought life back to my face after all that powder. Oh, I love that bronzer. That's a really nice bronzer. Okay, so, and then I might as well use the same blush as well, like from this palette. So they're quite pinky shades though, these blushes, compared to like how peachy this palette is. So I think I might go in with, I don't know if I want to use those. Actually, I want like a orangey blush. So let's see what's in this all over face palette. Yeah, I'm going to go in with this palette. So I'm going to use a combination of these two blushes. I think they look really pretty. So I'm going to use a p.louise F2 brush and just dip in into both. Got an orange nose now, but it's okay. I prefer that kind of blush compared to the other one. So next, what I haven't tried before, which I do really want to try, and that is the Cheek of It liquid highlighters. So I've got pink shade, a champagne-y, and is that a peachy one? I'm not too sure. This is what they look like. So this shade here is Sugar Daddy, and I'm pretty sure they're like the Charlotte Tilbury, yeah, where you can turn on. Let me just put it on the back of this hand so you can actually see. So that's what it looks like. Wow. That looks beautiful. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. So I'm just going to put loads on the back of my hand and then use a blender maybe, or just dab it straight into the face. High points on my face right here, and just use my sponge. That does look really pretty. This is given 2016 makeup. And then I might as well use, because there wasn't like a really bright inner corner sparkle in that palette, I'm going to go into the highlighter part of the chapter 2 palette, because there is, got all those shades, they look beautiful. So I think I'm going to take this shade maybe, just on a brush, and just put that. Might use a bit of the white as well. Right, I think that's that then. I feel like that highlight has left a bit of a cast here. Let me just add some more blush. I'm looking very... I've got some shimmer setting spray as well. This is the Go the Distance shimmer setting spray. Not tried this one before. p.louise lip liners. Love them. Love a p.louise lip liner. So I've got loads of them to be honest, but I pulled out these 3 shades. I think I'm going to go with Bake My Biscuit. I feel like I need a darker one. Let's try Treat Week. Oh. That's too dark. Right, now I'm going to go back over with that. Just lighten it a little bit. I really feel like that palette has left a bit of a cast here. Yeah, I feel like that powder, even though it is brightening, but it just really accentuates my texture under my eyes. Oh, I haven't put on any mascara on my lower lash. So I have got a lip base here, and So You Can, which looks quite an orangey shade. How pigmented these are. God, I haven't used a lip base in ages. I'm going to top with a gloss anyway. I might put a bit too much on. Let me just go over the liner. Yeah, it's nice. That's a nice, like, peachy nude. And then I am going to top with a gloss because this lip drip is calling my name. So this is in Witness the Wetness. Oh no, that's just the slogan. Breakout Star. It's so hard to see what the actual names are of things because we have so many slogans. But it has like a metal tip applicator. Oh, that gloss is beautiful. And it smells like watermelons as well. Okay, so another bit of the shimmer spray. So the makeup is all done and it's not as much of a flop as what I was thinking it was going to be. I look really, really glowy and like it's giving mimosas, sunset, summer vibes. I was going for a peachy spring, but we ended up with a sunset, summery mimosa vibe. And I'm not mad at it. I think this looks really, really nice. I think the standout products for me was the Bestie Balm. I love this. I'm going to keep playing around with it. Obviously, when I've got a bit more of a tan, it'll be better. But mind you, it's matched my neck quite well after using my Peaches skin tint. Obviously, I love the palette. I think the palette is really, really nice. Love the fact it comes with 4 different palettes all in one. I liked this face palette as well, the all-in-one face palette. I liked the cream bronzer from the Spoilt for Choice range. So yeah, there's quite a few products there that haven't tried before that I did actually really like. I feel like this liquid highlighter thing, probably a different shade would have been better, maybe a bit more of a darker shade so it didn't leave so much of a cast here. All the other products I absolutely love already. The pressed powder, I don't think I love this. I think it does make my eyes look really creasy. Don't know if you can really see. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but to be fair, it doesn't look as bad as what it has done before. Maybe because I paired it with the fine concealer. You know what, actually? It's not too bad. It's livable. But when I've used it before, it has really creased. So maybe it just depends on what concealer. Maybe if I just pair it with a fine concealer, seen as a brother and sister, then it might work out a lot better. But the other products are products that you always know and love, like the Cheek of It ones, the setting sprays, the primers, the lipstick, lip liners and lip glosses. Love those products anyway. So yeah, that is my full face of P.louise makeup. If you've got any more recommendations of what full faces you want me to video, then please do pop them down below. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe and hopefully I shall see you in my next video. Bye!